breakfast is just another meal for some of us, but for one Alaskan woman, it's a labor of love. Now, between December and April, she chops up about 500 pounds of fish to feed hundreds of her fine feathered guests, and they visit her every day. It's all a part of her efforts to care for the bald eagles that live in her area. And recently, I took a trip to Homer, Alaska to meet Jean Keene, a.k.a. the Eagle Lady.
At first glance, you might think of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. But then you'll notice each one our majestic national symbol. In the fishing town of Homer, Alaska, bald eagles flock here in droves. You can see them on trees, poles, even nesting next to homes. And unlike Hitchcock's ferocious fowl, these birds are part of Homer's local landscape. So what draws so many of what most of us think is rare to this tiny town?
The minute I throw the food out, they're all up here. One
big reason, 83-year-old Jean Keene. The locals call her the Eagle Lady.
Oh, the Eagle Lady? Oh, that's fine with me.
For about 3 decades, Jean's fed the birds every morning from her bayfront home.
When I came up here, I just threw some scraps out one day. I don't like to see anything go to waste. And a couple, 3 eagles, and that's how it all started.
From 2 or 3, their numbers grew over the years to 200 or 300. Check out this home video of the feeding frenzy. Their numbers especially big in winter when it's hard for them to find food on their own. It's made Jean a celebrity of sorts. She has a book, a video. Ripley's Believe It or Not picked up her story. She's even been on Jon Stewart's The Daily Show.
Do you love these eagles, or are you really just mad at fish?
But soon Jean's feeding attracted tourists who fed the eagles themselves. Some felt it got out of control.
There's a real problem with the eagles.
Val McClay was on the city council 2 years ago. He thought something should be done to stop it.
This is not natural.
So he got a law passed banning the eagles feeding. Now no one can feed the eagles within Homer's city limits. No one, that is, except for one person. City officials found it in their hearts to give her special consideration.
Jean Keene has been doing this for so long. This is the only thing that she really has in her life that keeps her going.
I'll be 84 pretty soon, so I don't know how much longer my old bones are going to let me do it, but I'm going to try for a few more years anyway.
It is such a beautiful place to be, and a gorgeous story. Now, again, she doesn't have to chop it up all herself.
I was going to say 500 pounds of fish is a lot.
She started with fish that wasn't going to go to consumers and feeding the eagles because they do have a hard time in winter, and they were struggling as a population then. Now they're doing beautifully.
That is really a success story coming back from the brink. Endangered species.
It really is.
A model of what's possible there.
That is so incredible.
Now, she's allowed to feed them until about 2010.
Why then? What happens in 2010?
Then they really kind of are hoping that they won't have the feed because it is a problem in some areas for the town. Some of the people don't like it because the eagles swamp the town and they do some damage. They're big birds. We're talking about big birds.
What's the average weight of one of those things?
About 40, 50, 60 pounds, and the females actually weigh more than the males do.
Wow.
So they can really be huge. We saw some huge ones.
That must have been amazing.
Coming up next, we've got, well, it's time for haircuts.